Record on this computer. Okay, it's recording. I made sure I'm staring at it. All right, guys, let me share my screen here. Screen two. This is for all my Mac folks. Is it sharing the right screen? Yeah, okay. Chat. Hold on, the window's a little weird. It's not the window I want. Anyways, let me pull up something we're going to look at first. Before you can do anything, guys, you're going to need to do this. You're going to need to enable virtualization. Without virtualization, you can't virtualize things. Kind of makes sense, right? Virtualization, enable it. Virtualization's in the name of virtualizing things because we're going to be doing virtual machines, which I discussed what they were. So if you haven't done this before, I will link this right now, and you will need to restart your computer. How many of you know what a BIOS is? I see a hand. That's wonderful. Let me check chat because I can't see it. The bar just drives me nuts. Yep. Okay. So do you all know how to get into your BIOS?
It's
My
gonna be
Windows
F.
phone.
It's gonna be F something.
Depending on the manufacturer.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna send you all the link right now, and I will scroll down with you so you can see what I'm talking about. Right, it depends. It depends on your manufacturer. So you get this, right? We're here. Don't worry about their thinking. Microsoft, leave me alone. So yeah, Windows 10 support's over, whatever. If you scroll down, it tells you how to access it. That's not really the one you want, and I'll explain why. Because depending on the manufacturer you have, oh, it should be in here actually, my mistake. It's in the second one. Look at this. Acer, Asus, Dell, HP, Lenovo, Microsoft. Actually, this is a lie. I work with Surfaces a lot. That's not true. But depending on your manufacturer, whatever made your laptop or your desktop, you're going to have to do this. So please do that now. I will wait till you get back after it's done. And then once it's enabled, we can proceed with the next part of the lab. Sound good? If you haven't enabled already, congratulations. You're a step ahead of everybody else that hasn't done it. This is honestly probably the hardest part of the lab is getting virtualization enabled if you've never done it before. Because once you get into the BIOS, old school BIOSes, let me pull up a picture of what the old ones used to look like. Mm, Sorry, I got floating windows for everything. Come on, darling, give me the old school BIOS. This is yes, basic input output system. That's what it is. Let me pull this up. This is what the old I hate when it does this. This is what the old BIOSes used to look like, okay, up to 2010. Then they kind of got modernized. They started having what's called a graphic user interface. Well, what does that mean? It stands for GUI, graphic user interface, which I referenced, I believe, in our first lecture. New BIOSes, or BIOSi, if you want to call them like that. I don't know. I'm just making up that part. Kind of look like this now. I have an MSI motherboard, the brand of my motherboard, so it looks kind of like this now. This is an ASUS one, but this one's a little more easier to read, and it can help you get to different spots pretty quick. But if you're stuck in an old hardware, this is what you kind of run into. So, like I was saying, please follow that link for the Microsoft enabling virtualization on Microsoft Windows. Take care of that for me real quick, please, and then just come back and let me know once it's done in chat. For all of you that have it done, congratulations, you get to take a break. So I'm going to pause this for a second, turn off my cam, and I'll be back in a few. Y'all can grab a drink or something, like water, please. Don't think I'm drinking anything else. So let me pause what I'm doing, and I'll be back in a few. Okay. And like I said, just mention in chat that you have the BIOS setting changed and enabled, please. All right, I'm back. Most of you enabled it. Not yet. We're still working on it. How are we looking? No, there is some sharing. Ooh, the science is still working on it. Okay. Like I said, tonight's labs will be pretty quick because they're the simpler labs. It's just to ease you in. Okay, if you're on a Mac, don't worry. Let me give you the link for that I just had. Go. So for those of you on a Mac, I actually didn't have the chance to grab the Mac I needed from work. I actually have a work assigned Mac I haven't even opened. So guess what we're going to be using it for all of you that need Mac on this. So give me till Monday-ish to grab it. Don't worry about turning in the assignments a little late. It's fine. You can just email them to me later if you're on a Mac, though. If you're on Windows, you're out of luck. You are on what we mostly use. And guess what? We're going to suffer together and get everything done tonight. It's a joke. Dad jokes are free here. I'm sorry. It's just the way the world works. Try to make the class a little bit more fun and lively. If that doesn't work for you, I apologize if they land on deaf ears. So let me put it in chat for everyone also who needs the Mac link. And here it is. It has its own instructions, I believe. Let me see how it looks like if I hit download. I'm just curious. So yeah, it downloads it as a DMG image, which if I remember right, you double click, run the installer. So you drag it into apps for Mac, and you should be good to go. I will make instructions for this later. Don't worry. I'll be doing it this week, so we'll be good to go. So hopefully by Tuesday night, all the Mac portion of this for the beginning should be up and running, which isn't too hard, in my opinion. But we'll get there. Personally, I'm just not a Mac person. Just it's not my flavor. So like I said, follow this. I'll also make an announcement on it tonight, and I'll even modify the units for it as well. So again, I know it used to actually be a lot harder. Am I? Your motherboard manufacturers AMI? Let me see. Let me find out. See, this is why I'm saying this stuff. So let me pull up that. BIOS AMI. Yeah. It's American Machine, American Megatrends. It's here's what I got. Give this a go. That's normally not how it works, but I mean, give it a shot. If that works for you, great. But here's what I found, Virgil. Give this. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Sorry. Life isn't working how I want it to work today. It's okay though. It's Thursday, so how's everyone's Thursday going? We doing okay? We hanging in there? We
Good.
had enough coffee to run through the day.
Yep.
Well, I'm on like fourth cup, which means I'm not going to sleep,
Same.
which is fine. It's almost Friday, correct? It's Friday Junior, as we call it at workout. Just side note, I think Wednesdays are the best day of the week. Now, we'll explain why this is not here class related, but it's Wednesday, right? It's the middle of the week. Everyone's like, it's dragging on. Like, no, 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 no. You're looking at it all wrong. Tuesdays are just Monday Junior that just drag on forever. It's that weird day between Monday and Wednesday that shouldn't exist, in my opinion. Then you get Wednesday. From Wednesday, you're just doing this, right? You're coming back down, then it's Thursday and Friday. You're good to go. So, anywho, here's what I got. Give that a go. Try it if you can. And if it's okay with you guys, can we continue on to the next part of the lab, which is a super simple, easy part. So I'm going to pull up the modules, which we have here. Go here, let me go there. I'm getting there, just have a couple of clicks away from everything. Modules, modules. You're welcome, Virgil. All right, this is where we're at. Let me drag this over. Okay, this is what my view looks like. I won't go to details in it. So you gotta do this. It's Coursera. Just run it, do the quiz, send me the screenshots by email or in here in Canvas as a PM. You'll get credit. Pretty easy. Yeah, it's just the brand, American something or other. Then the hardware survey, I told you, got to get done by Friday. Even says it right there. So let's do this. The first part of the lab, it's pretty simple. I want you can click on it. It's fine. The video isn't going to work for you guys. I don't have it listed right now. You just need to send me a screenshot of your IP address, right? So how do you get it? Well, if you're on Windows, if you type C, I'll do it over here so you can actually see it. If you type CMD, not CC collision. If I type CMD, command prompt comes up, right? That's what I need. Let me hit enter. I'll drag it over here. It just looks weird. So there we go. I'm on command prompt. Pretty straightforward so far, right? Pretty easy. Not too shabby. So just type this in. Oops, not that. I'll just do all, just to give me everything. Hit enter. These are all my connection types. Bluetooth, Wi-Fi adapter, Intel Wi-Fi adapter. And look at this. This is what I want right here. Literally screenshot this part. Well, for me, it'd be this part. For you, for on Wi-Fi, same difference. It would just be this, but under one of these down here. So literally just send me a screenshot of the Ethernet adapter or your Wi-Fi adapter with your IP address. You can even highlight it if you want on the screenshot. I'll even do that now. Pull up the snipping tool, which is bloody ancient, but so I go new, do this. Cool, there's that, right? I grab the highlighter guy here, and I go for the IP, which is right here. It's the worst highlight ever, but that's it. You save it. Yes, from your main system. That is correct. You're doing this in your main system, guys, the one you're using right now. On your Mac, you can pull it up a different way. It's under system properties or network. I think it's under the network icon, little circle with the stars in it. Don't worry, I'll redo this for Mac as well. So save it, submit it here under Unit 1 IP screenshot lab. It's just so you guys know how to take a screenshot of the IP. Don't worry about that. That's me. The rubric doesn't really matter in the sense. There should be an upload button. Well, I can view it as you guys, so we can have the same view. Is it not in here? Is it not? Wow. Well, I'm an idiot. It doesn't work. Just PM it to me then. That's fine. Guess I didn't fix it. It's okay. Send it to me as a PM and easy peasy lemon squeezy. So that's part one. Let me close the student window. I wonder why it didn't work that way. Huh. I must have copied the wrong module. I have a bunch of these different modules. Don't worry about it. That's my problem, not yours. So that was pretty simple, right? I mean, that's the first lab we've ever done is taking a screenshot of your current machine's IP addresses. Pretty straightforward. We good with it? We confused? Am I going too fast? Somebody tell me something. I'm talking to a wall here.
I'm good. I already submitted it, to be honest with you.
Yes, I know, Chase. I remember. Everybody else is quiet like crickets. One of you said good. Okay, it's something. Oh. Yeah, as long as it gives me the IP, Wabense, it's fine. I'm just looking for your IP. That's all. Because remember what I stated last time? An IP is just the address like your house address. It's all unique. Every computer, every device is different. Heck, let me pull up my phone so I can pull up the IP address of that thing. It's on my network, so it's going to have an IP. Why am I doing this to myself? I don't know. I like to suffer. Give me a segundo, kiddos. And I don't mean that in the derogatory term, by the way. Data usage. No, I guess not. I don't feel like going through it because my phone's being dumb. Settings, view more. There you go. It's really hard to see. Of course, it's not showing it, but the IP address of my phone is 192.168.4.64. So there you go. It's an address on my network because it's connected to my network. Anything connected to your network will have an IP. So that kind of works out. All right. We good? Do we need to submit anything? Can we move on to the next part? Now make that modification in yes, you're sending it through Canvas. I believe just the way we're doing it. Yeah, if you need help, Aiden, look, once all the labs will run through them tonight and we're done with it, I'll leave this open if we finish early. We can it's okay, Zach. All I need you to do, I'll just repeat what I did. It's not that big of a deal. So we're going to go into our Windows computer. We're going to do this. We're going to come down here. Just type in CMD or command prompt. You're going to hit open. Let me drag it over. I'm going to go here. All right, so that's my command prompt. All right, we've seen it before. If you haven't, welcome to command prompt. Enjoy your stay. Type in IP config. Oh my God, I typed it in right the first time. /all. Hit enter. And give you all the adapters. I have a Bluetooth adapter, a local LAN adapter, a wireless adapter, another wireless LAN adapter, a LAN wireless adapter from Intel. That's a Microsoft one. Oh, it's the virtual one. Sorry. These virtual ones I'm highlighting here will be created when you create virtual machines. So going in here, and there we go. I'm hooked up via Ethernet, and I want a picture of this guy. So after that, I'm gonna take a screenshot. I'm just gonna type in snip tool. I did it. I'll do it again. So do this. Do this. The door just slammed. Don't worry about it. And I want to be fancy. I'm gonna highlight it, and I'm gonna do green this time. I did yellow last time. So green because it's easier on my eyes. I'm gonna save it. Submit it to me as a Canvas PM. That's it. That's all you need to do for the first lab for Unit 1. It's pretty simple. It's just so you guys get comfortable with command prompts if you haven't used it before, because you're going to be using it a lot for troubleshooting in this class, because there will be networking hiccups where sometimes something isn't set up properly, something isn't pointing to the right place. Got it. Okay. Thank you, Vincent. So send it to me either now or after class. As long as you send it, it's fine. On a Mac, you can send me your Mac's one. It's perfectly fine. It's not going to hurt anything. It's just a little bit more roundabout way to get to it. But like I said, I'll make a video on how to do it once I get my Mac on Monday. So if we need to, for all of you though, all of you using a Mac, we'll turn it in Wednesday for everything else, or even Thursday. It's not that big of a deal. I get it. It's a Mac, not something I'm too familiar with myself. Okay, so for all my Windows folks, are we good? If you're on a Mac, I will send you this again. I'll make a note of it later. Actually, I'll make an announcement. I'll even add it to the unit. So we good? We can go on to the next part, the hardest part ever. I mean, yeah, I mean, you can send me the MAC address. I'm not going to do anything with it. We're not on the same network, so don't worry about it. I mean, if I want to be devious, I can be devious, but I won't get into it. So, all right, we're good. Unit 1, awesome possum, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. So now we're going to go on to the meat and bones here. We're going to set up the Oracle VirtualBox. Click on it. We're going down here. And we're going to go to download. Where is my download, which I don't have because I'm an idiot. Okay, my fault. It's okay. I'll put the link in right now. Let me grab it. Again, I told you I copied the wrong modules. That's my fault. Oracle VirtualBox. VirtualBox. I'll send you guys a link right now in chat. Where is downloads? Downloads. It's okay. We know we're doing this on the fly, and that's okay. Oh, hey. VirtualBox actually has Apple Silicon hosts. That's pretty interesting. I might experiment with that. So there's the link. Let me edit this right now real quick. I'll add it in there. My apologies. Should have been in there. Edit. That's what happens when you're using modules. Underline. There we go. So let me know. I'll show you which one to download right now. Just let me finish updating the module. Ta-da! The link is there. So there you go. Links in the module. You click it, takes you here. So if we're on Windows, that's your butt. We're downloading the Windows host, right? So just click download. And it's going to run. Not too shabby, right? Just download it and install it. So it's done on my end. I'm going to install it. Should come up with user access control. I'm not sure if it's recording it, but I'm going to hit yes. Where's my installer? Let me pull the installer over. That's going to go here. Let me verify the drive I want to use, though. Don't worry about that. These are just STL files for when I print stuff. Well, it sure as hell isn't going on that one. I've only got 200 gigs left. I'll put it in my F drive, which has a terabyte. Okay. So here, we're going to go next. Except, okay, let's be honest, guys. How many of you never read these? Be honest. Y'all remember iTunes? A lot of people obviously didn't read it. No, you're good, Hugo. No worries. And the iTunes one of these, there's actually a clause saying you won't be using iTunes when you're developing a nuclear device. I'm not kidding. Look it up. So, yes, I'm full of these random weird tidbits. I know. So hit next, right? Pretty easy. So this is everything I want to install. VirtualBox application, USB support, networking, bridge networking, host-only networking, and Python support. Sure, I'm not going to program anything, but I don't want it in G because G is almost full. So let me change it. So that's what it's going to look like. And I'm just going to change it my drive letter to the drive letter I want, which will be F. I hit OK. So it's going to go there. I'm going to hit next. Yeah, so this will cut me off for a minute, and it'll come right back because of the virtual adapters. So if I cut out, the meeting ends. That's why I'll just restart it after, okay? So just sit tight while it does this. Yeah, here we go. Yes, it needs Python. That's fine. Yes, that's fine. Install. Pretty straightforward. I don't think it'll take several minutes. It's removing because I already have it installed, but it's not the end of the world. Ta-da! It kicked me off the internet though, which is nice. So once it's done, you're gonna start it. And this is what it's gonna look like. Let me pull it over. There you go. You have just installed VirtualBox. When you get to this point, guess what you're gonna do for me? Send me a screenshot of that for the lab. Let me check it so I don't call myself a fool here. I don't remember. There should be an upload button. Let me see. Let me see a student. Yes, you're looking at the admin view. It's perfectly fine. Submit assignment. There you go. Upload. So upload it to me as a screenshot, and you're ready to rock and roll for that part of the lab. Again, pretty easy so far, right? Nothing too crazy, nothing too hard. Again, this is just the training wheels portion of it. We're just easing into it. So right now we're just getting essentially everything ready for us to really work on it within unit 2, 3, and 4, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So when we're there, let me go back to here. So I'm gonna leave student view. So just submit it right as a screenshot when you're done, and you're good to go. If you're on Mac, I mean, if you want to give this one a shot here, I know they had an Apple Silicone one. I'm gonna actually play with that when I get the chance. Tomorrow's, I think Saturday. Tell you what, I'll try to get that Mac on Saturday and mess with it because I think it's Apple Silicone, honestly. And if it works with Apple Silicone, I think we just move forward and use that instead of what I sent you earlier. But I will let you know. Don't worry. I got to do testing on my end. So again, just submit the screenshot of the VirtualBox install, and that's it for the lab. So let me know when you're all there and you're all done, and we'll go on to the next portion, okay? Check the next one. Did it? Home screen for what, George? For a VirtualBox? It's supposed to look like this. Just this, essentially. Okay. So let me know when you're all there, or most of you are there. Then we can move on to the next part about downloading what's called an ISO and installing the server. And I'll even switch that to student view as well. Aiden, Christopher, Anthony, Josue, I'm not really hearing much from any of you. You guys good? Okay. Don't worry, guys. For those of you that haven't had me before or know me that well, I don't bite. Just please respond to me in chat or something so we can figure all this out together. Okay. So if we go into the next one, which is installing server on a virtual machine, if you click on that, let me. Did it not? Oh, I did copy it. Okay. Scared the crap out of myself. Sometimes things don't carry over when I needed them to carry over. Can I not even switch to student view on this? All right, I'll use a student. So let me carry this over. So this is what your guys' screen looks like. Don't worry, the purple. It tells me that it's in student view. So this is what we want to click on here. If you click on it, it should take you to something else. Let me click on it over here. If you click on it, got it. takes you to this. This is actually my Google Drive. I'm hosting it. So you literally just click download. And this will take, depending on your network connection, uh 10 minutes, give or take. So download, it'll warn you, it'll look like this. Download anyway. Trust me, I'm not poisoning the well here. We need it, so just download it. Please tell me I don't want it twice, I want it once. Sorry. Let me close that. So there you go. It's downloading, right? 10 minutes. Tell you what, while it's downloading, I'm gonna let it run, and y'all are gonna be downloading it too, right? So let it download, walk away for a bit, go grab a drink of water, take a break, grab a snack, and we'll come back and reconvene in about 10 minutes. So at 6:44. Hell, 6:45. We'll come back, we'll meet and continue, okay? Because it's gonna be downloading and there's not much we can do until it's done. So see you in a bit. I'm still here, guys. If any of you get stuck doing this, just let me know, and I will send you a direct link for the Windows version or the Mac version if you need it. Okay? Are we all still downloading it, or are we done with it? How's it looking? Oh, Anthony, you got faster network than I do, then probably. All right, so we're gonna set up a new one. So that's just me messing with it a little. So you're gonna click new. Pretty straightforward. Yeesh, 50 minutes ago. Okay. Well, let it download, and then I can work with you after this is over. It's okay. We'll get there. So you're gonna click new, like I was saying, and you're gonna name it and where you're going and all this fun stuff. Well, let's start with name. I'm gonna call mine server. If I can spell, it'd be great. Fall 2025. I'll do 24 now. I'll just say 25. So I know what it is. Where am I gonna store it? Definitely not there. For me, you can pick wherever you want to store it. So you're gonna click other. Let me go to my sidebar here. This is just for me, so it's not for you to worry about. I mean, you use the link type on virtual box. Just yeah, give me a second. I'll send it to you shortly. I'll click on VMs. Let me get him that he needs. It's this guy. Um, and there's a link to the ISO in chat if you need it, okay? So back to this. We're at this point, we're gonna select an ISO. Well, we just downloaded one, right? So I'm gonna go to here, you click other. It's in downloads, and there it is. Top thing, first thing I download, or most recent thing I downloaded. Let me click open. Cool, awesome, great. And the older version, oh, okay. Guess I can't change it because it treats it as OS. Hold on. Let me desktop experience. Sure, let's go with that. Why not? I just wanted to switch this out, but I guess not. Proceed with installation. What's all I was using until was created display. Yeah, that's looks pretty solid to me so far. Just normally I'm used to clicking here, changing it to the server, but I guess it just does it now in OS version. Um, Before like maybe 2 editions ago of this, you had to do all of this manually, so I was kind of prepared for that, but I guess not. So are we at the screen? Are we still a little lost? Are we still working on it? Where are we in all this right now, guys? Is it clear as mud? Are we confused? The downloads, okay. Okay. Hold on, let me switch this to one grid view. It gives me you guys as a like one tile. I need the grid view so I can see everybody. There we go. No, it shouldn't matter. Well, it doesn't let you select. That's weird. What does it say? Does it say either one of these? Or just nothing? Even if is it grayed out? This was? Does it say this version that I just clicked on in there?
That one's the default one.
Right. It's odd that it's grayed out. I mean, I'll proceed with it. It's not going to hurt anything. This, honestly, right here shouldn't be grayed out, but it's treating it like another version of Windows, which is kind of weird. That's odd, George. I wonder where it went. Maybe it went for a walk around the block. Again, dad joke. Terrible, I know. I don't know. Try to find out where it went, please. Hugo, does it still say 15 minutes on your end? I'm just curious. Would you like me to wait for you? Would you like me to proceed? So I apologize for that, Hugo, but it's saying that because Windows can't tell how much time it's going to need. So just let it run, let it ride. So when you go to your VMs to select it, when you do this here and you click on other, it doesn't show up there under your downloads. So you're sure you're not viewing it as tile mode or some other kind of mode. You can try dragging it into there too, and it should take it. Let me pull up my downloads here. Here we go. Give me a second here. Well, I can't clear it because I'm stuck on it. So you could try moving it to a different folder, putting it in its own folder so you can find it that way. But I need to proceed for the sake of this lab, so. Yeah, it's got to be an ISO. So once you're here, you hit next. So yeah, I'm gonna check if it's still in background. But don't worry about the product key, it's not gonna hurt anything. Your sister took your laptop. Okay, good to know. So here's the username I want to create. I'm gonna create my username. Just say Bob. Password. Oh Lord, I need something I can think of here. Something good. Something simple, we all know. This is your password, guys. I'm not going to share with you my password. This is my password. That's fine, Jonathan. Don't worry. What is it like? Doesn't like my host name. Assign the virtual machine. Fine, it's got to be all full. Jeez, man. Doesn't like spaces. Once you get to here, wow, you can do domain names now. That's interesting. We have to set up a domain manually, so, but still, it's just bloody odd. So once you get here, you're going to hit next. So now this is the fun part. You need to figure out how much you're going to give it on your computer. And this is the part I'm really more concerned about. So remember I had you all do that survey? So I'm going to pull someone's survey right now for this reason. I'm not picking on you. Don't worry. This is more so you can understand why we did it, if that makes some sense. I know a good amount of you will know what we're looking at, what we're doing. I get it. But for some of us who have never played with this stuff, yeah, that's fine, Hugo. No worries. You can watch this Sunday and get it done regardless. If not, so fair warning, guys. I know I'm segueing out of this for a second. Tomorrow, I actually have a doctor's appointment in the morning, so I will have to cancel office hours. But if you need to meet with me or need to get a hold of me, message me on Canvas, email me. We can set up to meet sometime later in the afternoon on Friday or Saturday or even Sunday. But again, just let me know and we'll figure something out, okay? I'm not that hard to get a hold of. I try to make myself as available as I can. So let me pull up somebody's survey so you can see what I'm talking about. And this is why I had you guys do it. I'm not picking on you, okay? Don't worry. It's not the point. But let me find the submission. It's just a good example, okay? Congratulations, kudos. You have been a great example. Where the heck did it go? Of course, it's not where I want it. Oh, no. It's gonna be at the bottom. Hardware survey. Hugo did it. I can see who did it, who hasn't done it. Don't worry. I'm gonna use George here for example. And I can't click on it. Bloody wonderful. Okay, let me go into it manually then. Sorry, guys, the submissions don't work how I want them to work. You think you'd click on it and just take you where you need to go, right? No, that life never works that way for an instructor on Canvas. Don't worry, George. I'm not picking on you. You're fine. But it's just so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Survey. Sometimes just one. You're gonna wind up running 2 VMs, okay? Just for the class. So, where are my submissions? Download submissions. Sorry, this is supposed to be very intuitive when it's not. So it drives me nuts. Yes, this is what it looks like. Don't worry. On my end. Let me get rid of it. And of course, it won't drag over because life hates me. Come on, man. Bloody hell. I love WinZip. A WinRAR. What's next? You're going to hit new up here on VirtualBox. Then you're going to select the ISO, name it, where you're going to want to put it. So if need be, I'll go back. You're going to do this part. So the name has to be complete. It doesn't like spaces. It hates me. Then you're gonna select where you're gonna save it. You can save it your C drive or whatever drive you want to use. Right here under ISO, you're gonna click Other. It'll pop this up right to downloads. I click the ISO, click Open. It'll set all this up for you. Then you just hit Next, and then you do a username, a password. Don't worry about the product key. You get this for 90 days for free. So I'll install in background's fine. You can check that off. And you hit. We're gonna hit Next in a second. But let me go back to that surveys. Sorry, I have a million windows in the way and I can't do what I need to do. No, we're gonna need less than that. There's a reason. 50 is a little too much. Doesn't fill it out for you. Oh man, it doesn't like you. So here we go. So we know. Okay, again, I'm not picking on you, okay, George. It's just saying you have an 11th core of this. So I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna Google it so I know how many cores you got. This is why I wanted you to do it. I go to here from Intel. It takes me to here. Now what I want to see is how many cores. So we know you got 4 cores. Okay. Well, don't use more than half. So what does that mean? Use 1 core for the server and use 1 core for the Windows 10 VM, which we'll make next week. Pretty straightforward, right? That's why I wanted you guys to do the survey, because you get stuck. I can pull up the information for your machine. So if it doesn't fill it out for you, you can fill it out yourself. It's not going to hurt anything. You got to fill out the server name. That's what you got to do. That points to it. That's something you're just going to pick under Other, which is in Downloads. It points to it. And you just hit Next. This is all you have to fill in. Username, password, all that stuff. This on the right, don't worry about it. That can be blank, and the host name's fine. Same thing. So that we hit Next. So like I was saying here, how much memory you want to give it? That depends. If you have 16 gigs, don't give it more than 2 gigs. Pretty straightforward. I'm going to give it, well, I don't know. Let's go with 2.5. How many cores? I mean, 48 cores is excessive. I don't want to give it 48 cores. I'm going to give it 2 cores. And for disk space, I'm just going to do 42 gigs. I don't want to make it that big because we're not going to apply too much to it, but it might try to pull stuff. So when you're there, when you're at the screen, you've done this depending on how many cores you got. So let's say I have, oh, I don't know. Let me go to Google here. Not that screen, the screen. So you can put in your processor in here. Yeah, I spelled Google wrong. Okay. I'm going to put Intel. I'm going to put mine. I don't really matter at this point. This is what I got. Not the 14th gen, but close enough. This is what I have. So I'm going to click on it. It takes me where I need to go. I know I'm going a little fast, but it just tells you I have 24 cores. Whoop de frickin' do. I can run as many machines as I want. So I can assign 2 cores, 3 cores, whatever. I'm just doing 2 because I don't think it needs that many cores, in my opinion, just to run a server. A simple server. So let me close it. So you can do that for all of your processors. Just pick the one you think will be the best. If you're on Mac, don't worry about it. We'll do this again, or rather, I'll do this again for the Mac video when I get to it this weekend, and we'll go from there. So after this, I'm just going to hit Next. So here's what it's going to do. It gives me a summary of everything it's going to create. Server, where it's storing it, ISO we're using, guest OS server type, 2016 Windows Server, true, username Bob, product key, don't worry about it. If we need one, I'm sure I can find one later. It's installed in the background. It's not using EFI. Hard drive space is this. Finish. Wow. We just developed it, or created it rather. It's powering up. It's coming on. This is what it looks like. Preview never works how I want it. I mean, you can double click on it and it pulls it up. So you're going to come to here. This is just part of the lab, okay? Technically, if you were to submit the running part in this right now, that's part 1. Technically true. In reality, what I want for you to submit is it running like this. Windows cannot find the Microsoft. Sure. Yeah, I'm not going to worry about it. If it just broke, I'm going to laugh. Oh, it broke. Yeah, don't worry about that. So reboot, that's fine. Let's see if it goes through. Sometimes the image can be funky. I don't know why it's looking for a licensing agreement. It shouldn't need one. Come on, darling. If we need a key, I'll get us a key. Don't worry. Not that big of a deal. Oh, great. Ugh, okay. Give me a second. I'll pull up a game. Why is it doing this now of all times? Of course, it was working yesterday, right? When I didn't need to do this, it does this. Don't do anything. Oh, I'd say bigger than the 50 gigs. A second. Looking into why it's doing it. Mm. That's interesting. Seems I'm not the only ones that had this problem, guys. Give me a second. Oh God, I don't want to do that. All right, fine. We'll go back to the configurator, I guess, and change it. So now it's gonna be stuck in a loop. So hold on. Power it off. Let me redo it. Oh, I'll go to settings. Let me turn off the floppy. I don't want a floppy. Yeah, sounds weird when I say floppy. Don't giggle. Windows, that's right. Features. Disk encryption. I don't want encrypt disk. Server. I know I'm troubleshooting on the fly. I apologize for this, but like I said, it was working when it wanted to work. Now it doesn't want to work. It's annoying. Recording, that's not going to matter. Okay, let me see if that makes a change. Something that's trying to point to somewhere that doesn't exist, so that can happen. But that's life. It's 20. No, do 40. For the server, just do 40. Don't do anything under 40 because it might not work properly. This didn't change it. I'll respin this up again, and then I will uncheck unattended because that should work. The older version prior to this version worked fine. Newer versions tend to get buggy. So turning off the floppy fixes it. Congratulations. No, same issue. Okay, let me nuke the server, which is fine. Let me see if that fixes it. Move, delete. So I'll do new again. Let's call it fall 25. Not your guys' fault, just it's being dumb. Other F drive, VM, select ISO. Let me select it there. That's fine. So I unchecked the unintended. That's Windows is fine. Oh, such doesn't matter. Sure. Okay. So my apologies really about telling you to switch this. Windows is fine. As long as it sees this, it's okay. So I'm not going to do a virtual hard drive. So it's going to go finish there. I unchecked unintended. Okay. That's the only difference. So maybe that's also why it wasn't working. But before I start it, go to settings. And I'm going to turn off the floppy because we aren't going to use it. So let me click OK. Start it up. No worries, guys. Things like this happens. It's just part of life. See? So going to VirtualBox. It's going to launch. Yeah, keyboard, blah, 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 blah. Let's see if this worked out. Ah, yes. So yes, uncheck unintended. Just delete it and respin it up or recreate it. Get rid of the uncheck unintended, or what is it? Uncheck unattended installation. That's what it is. I apologize, guys. So then when you're here, you're going to hit next. If you install Windows, this will look very familiar. This is what it looks like. So I'm hit next. Install now because I don't really have a machine I'm putting this on, right? So it's just installing. There we go. So I want the desktop experience because I want the GUI. Standard. If not, I think standard should work, so I would just pick it. So my internet went down. Don't worry, Zach, it's being recorded. If need be, we can work on this after lab's done. It'll be the same steps. I'll just work with you one-on-one. You can even share your screen then if you like. So don't worry. We'll get there. We're just installing the server right now. We made the image, or we built the container air quotes for it. It's called the Fall 25. If need be, I can show this again. So let me just get this going and I'll show you again. So let me go next for standard eval. I accept. Again, we aren't going to read this. We've been through this. Next, and I'll do custom. Oh, look, unallocated space. It did 50 gigs, whatever. I got the space. I don't care. Apply. Yeah, that's fine. There's nothing in there anyway. It always makes a 500 megabyte reserve for the partition. Even does this on Windows 11. You just don't see it. Next to Rooney, and then we're off to the races. It always copies Windows files very fast because it's already there technically on the drive located, but this is all just going to install. So that's just going to run. That's what it looks like. Nothing too crazy. Yes, you can make an external one, but the limiting factor will be using a USB cable and or USB flash drive. It depends on the speed of your port and the drive. So it will work, it'll just be a little clunky. If you want to go ahead and do that, be my guest. I will not stop you. That should be fine. It should finish after command prompt. It should give you a GUI. If it doesn't give us a GUI, then we picked the wrong one, and that's okay. We'll just go back and redo these steps and install it, and that's about it. I know it's a lot of back and forth, but that's how we learn, right, guys? If something's broken before we break it, guess what we learn? Not to do that again or avoid doing it. So it's going to restart or figure out how not to make it happen again. Long story short, this is neither here nor there. Many, many moons ago, when I was younger, probably, yeah, I'll change it to do that later. Just skip it. Expensive lesson. It can be. So many, many moons ago, when I was probably 10, back in the day when there was a Pentium 1, okay, a 333 megahertz CPU. Yes, megahertz, not gigahertz, okay? You kids have been spoiled with gigahertz. I grew up on megahertz, all right? Before even gigahertz were a thing. Um, I was swapping out the graphic card on my desktop back in the day. And I had what's called a CD player. I'm sure none of you know what a CD player is, right? Or some of you do or don't remember. I can Google it and show you what it looks like if you want to know. And I had it on top of the tower that was open. Said CD player fell in and broke said graphic card. That was an expensive lesson. So I learned not to have a CD player near an open tower because stuff like that happens. Okay. Yeah, I think this is only the terminal version, which I didn't want, which is okay. It's all right. Still use this kind of server. Back in the day, depending on what you wanted, I mean, I'm talking like when they were at megabytes, okay, not gigabytes. So yeah, we've successfully installed server, but it's not the one I wanted, which is fine. I'll just undo it and redo it. $100 for back in the day on something that ran on an AGP port, or like what the hell is AGP? What's an AGP even mean? Let me show you. This is what was an AGP port back in the day, and they ran at 8x speed. Here. It's hard to see, I know, but it's this colored one. It's what came out before PCI and PCI. These are PCI slots. You still find these, but that's what replaced. Oh, got replaced with PCI Express, which is I believe 16x speed. You now have, I think, 2 of the PCI Express slots on your boards now, so you can do what's called SLI if you really want. But this is from way back in the days. Look, see, first introduced in 1996. I'm sure some of you weren't even born then. It was decent for its time, but it got long in the tooth pretty fast, which means it just got archaic. So we've installed server. It's not the one I want. Let me just turn it off. Off. Delete it. It's fine. It's not going to hurt anything. So I'll do it again. For those of you that missed it, because internet happens. Yeah, but that was 100 back in the day of like the mid 90s is the equivalent like 250 today, roughly. So I'll do fall 25 again. It already has the ISO picked. I'm not going to worry about it. Other, I just got point where I want to go. VM, select, ISO, is that key? Yes, I speak fluent Spanish. That's there. Uncheck that guy. That's all I need. I have to redo this, I guess. Give it the memory. That's enough. I'm not even looking. Give it that main cores, base. I don't want 50 gigs, but whatever. I'll do 40. They're on the drop down menu. You just pick them here. So finish. You can make what's called a virtual hard drive if you really want to. So let me start it up. Yeah, and that I didn't even remember the graphic card. I will pull up what it was called. This was like a killer graphic card. Okay, this is like you want to play the first Unreal. If you've ever heard of Unreal Tournament, this is right before that came out. So I don't know if some of you remember back in the day. Well, now it's back in the day when the GTX 980 came out. I think it was a killer card, right? Well, this was the equivalent of that back in the day. This is what I had. Similar. This was the Viper version, which is the cost-effective version. But this was a whole whopping 32, no, 64 megabytes, okay? Megabytes, not gigabytes, megabytes of graphic power. So you get up and spoiled. You've had gigs of graphic power. I think the current graphic card you have is more powerful than anything back from like Windows 98 era. So yeah, good times. So do this again. Let me close this guy. This will be quick. I hit next. I'm gonna install it. That's perfectly fine. So yeah, I can talk about history lessons like that all the time about ancient hardware. Back when DDR1 was a thing, okay? So I want the desktop experience because that's the one we're gonna need. So you're gonna have to redo this. I do apologize, but see, this option is just when a GUI. Talked about GUI, right? We like pointing and clicking, not typing command prompt all the time, right? That's what we need. GUI. So just redo it. It's okay. You're not in trouble. We learned something. So again, we're not going to read this, even though we're supposed to, and we accept. I'm terrible at this. I get it. I do custom always because it doesn't have anything allocated. I'm going to do new, apply. Yeah, that's fine. Takes 500 megs, so it gives me that much. Next. Off to the races. Yeah, so just don't do unattended. The older version of Blowing My Eyes because unattended was pretty sweet. It would just work. And now it decides to break everything. So not your guys' fault. Just it is what it is. If you're up to this point already, you've installed it with the GUI, congratulations. You own a gold star that I don't have to give you, unfortunately. But what did I want for this? Let me pull up what I wanted. No, I'll put it in chat so you guys can see. This is all you got to deliver as upload. So we did the install, right? A VirtualBox. That was pretty straightforward. So now here, where is my submission? And the deliverables are 2 screenshots. So we're running. So this essentially is what you have to turn in, a screenshot. It's pretty easy. So what does that mean? So once it's installed, once you're logged in, and you know how it says running over here in the corner, and then you can see the Windows background, and you have the start menu, that's your screenshot. You can make it as 2 separate if you want, or 1 big screenshot, and you submit it, and that's the lab for this. That's pretty much it. It tries to install any updates. I'm not going to worry about it. You know, server 2016 is already sunset. Sorry, good text message. Give me a second over here. I'm sure it's not important. Okay, sorry. Wife asking me what we're having for dinner, which doesn't matter at this point because we're doing this. Restarts, easy peasy. How many of you installed Windows before on a machine? Show of hands. You can type it in chat if you want, it's fine. Not yet, okay. It's similar to this, just it gives you a couple less bells and whistles for Windows. Windows is a little more straightforward. Very, yeah. I'll be honest, I like Windows 10. I miss Windows 10. Sadly, Windows 10 was supposed to be the last Windows, according to Microsoft. Yeah, no, it's Windows 11, right? I mean, thankfully, you can upgrade if your hardware is good enough to do it. That's awesome. And and don't worry about that. That does it every time you try to install it. Like, you know what? It wouldn't surprise me, Alexander, if they make Windows 12, which will be the next great Windows. See what we've done to reinvent the wheel. A wheel, will. No one died. And then after that point, they'll just nickel and dime you. So, administrator, that's fine. I'm the administrator. Let me set up my super secret password that you're not supposed to know. No, it's not QWERTY123. Get your head out of the gutter. I didn't type it right. Finish. Finalizes my settings, and look, I'm almost done. But I need you to be logged in, right? So how do you do a control delete? You're probably wondering. Well, you're going to go up here to input, keyboard, control delete. If you're looking for the keyboard shortcut, it's host and delete on your keys, which is, if you see the N key, I'm just looking at my keyboard. There's HM and then delete to the left hand of that. It's those 2. But I like doing it this way, so I don't worry about it. So look at that. So now I typed in my password here. So it's going to wait, preparing, going in. Look at that. Yes. How many of you are at the screen or are almost there or working on getting there? This always comes up, by the way. This server dashboard manager will be your best friend. This will always come up in the beginning because this essentially lets you just do things on the fly or add things there and configure roles. See, configure the local server. We'll get there. Don't worry. Yes, you can download software onto a VM. Remember how I mentioned about testing? If you weren't here for the lecture at the beginning of the week, that I talked about where virtual machines are used. A lot of it's used for patching, testing. So when Microsoft rolls out a patch at 3 a.m. every Tuesday, they test it on virtual machines before. So let's say cybersecurity world, okay? Just shifting gears so you can see or rather hear about how VMs also work. Let's say I have these files I suspect of being corrupted or infected. Would I want to put them onto my main PC? Mm-mm. I would want to put them on a virtual machine. So if they try to do any damage, they can do all the damage they want. The virtual machine it won't burn anything. It'll just damage the virtual machine. So for this lab, what you need to send me is a screenshot. Don't worry about that on here on the bottom. Not the big deal. Okay, that's fine, Zach. No big deal. So this is the screenshot for this lab. That's all right. So I'm going to snip tool again. This part of the lab is this. This is one screenshot. There's actually two. There's one more I need you to do. And I left that out on purpose. We're going to change the name of your machine. How many of you have changed the name on your machine before? You know how to do it. You haven't done it. Not, don't worry. This is the first screenshot of it running. I see the virtual machine on the left-hand side says it's running, and I see the desktop. We're awesome possum. To change the name of a machine, it's pretty straightforward. So we go to start, or I'll even do file explorer. Why not? Go to here. This looks just like Windows, right? It doesn't look like anything we haven't seen before in terms of you have at home, at work. Okay, David, you can't change it in the BIOS, or where can't you change it? Because that's where you have to enable it. Well, what problems are you having? Sorry, guys, I'm segueing out of this because his message caught me. Is it locked? Is it not saving? Does it not let you get into it? What does it do? Or what does it not do? So, give me a second. Ay, ay, ay. Right. What do you have is a good question, but let me see. This is the thing. I'm just looking for the image of what it should look like. Give me a second. So depending on your manufacturer, this is HP because we work with HPs a lot at work. So this is what it should look like. Oh, bloody hell. It's not great, but it's gonna do. You should be able to check this off here, depending on your manufacturer, LG Gram. Okay, let me find out how to do that. Give me a second. All right, we'll give it to you. Do you have the full model of your LG Gram? Because depending on the gram, it might not work. Oh, that's not bueno. Send me the model, David, and I'll try to work with you after class and we'll try to get it figured out. If you type in sysinfo, it pulls up this. And it should say the model on here. I mean, here it says my system model right there, but that's my motherboards. You can see all the stuff in here. I don't care. I'm not hiding anything, so that's all there. Good times, right? Bunch of crap, air quotes, but it's really helpful. But I should have it in there. I call it crap on mine because I deal with this every day. I'm not referring to your guys' machines, referring to myself. Don't worry, not trying to make fun of any of you. It's not the point. But it should be in here under system model, and we can go from there. So back to here. So as I was saying, I want to change the name. So I pulled up File Explorer, comes up with this, looks like Windows, something's different. We click on this PC, and if I right click, go to Properties. In here, this is what I want to change. So take a screenshot of this before. I know this is the second part. Should be technically 3. Screenshot what the name was before. I'm going to hit change. I'm going to hit change again. So don't make the name super long like Cupcake or I don't know if any of you ever watched Metalocalypse. They had a lake troll called Moose Crackish. That was the name of one of my computers, and I regretted it because when I had to path into it, pathing is // computer name, enter, then you need your credentials. It's like, oh god, I have to type in Mr. Crackish like 17 times. No, I'm just gonna call this Bob1. for reasons being, I don't want to suffer. So I'm gonna hit OK. It's gonna tell me, hey, in order to change my name, I got to restart. Didn't I literally not just say that? You must restart your computer to apply these changes. For restarting, save any open files, close all programs. Okay, pretty straightforward. I'm gonna click A-OK, close, restart. Now it's gonna restart. It goes through all these different steps when it's a server. It's gonna stop services. It's gonna stop a bunch of different things running. It'll restart. You're just gonna log in as normal after this. I'll tell you how to fix that later. You essentially have to unmount your image, which is pretty straightforward. I'll include that in the video towards the end. Don't worry. So we're back here where we want to be, right? So I'm going to do input, keyboard, Control Delete, type in my super secret password, and we're back in. Almost there though. I want to get the name because the name changed. This is what I want you to show me. Wireless bar, this PC, right click, properties, and there you go. I guess I gave it 32 gigs of RAM. What the hell was I thinking? I will change that later. But there you go. It's now called Bob1. And screenshot that. Submit it as part of the lab. And that is this part of the lab. And that's essentially it for most of Unit 1. Let me check what else we got. Oh, right. Almost done. We're on to the last part of Unit 1. I know. This stuff is going quick. It's not that bad, I hope. It's okay, Hugo. It's all right. We will work through this together. I apologize, your internet sucks. So check this out. We're going to do a command prompt in here too. CMD, right? This is for the lab. This is for the final lab of Unit 1. It's pretty easy. You're going to do IP config. I know. You're like, why are we doing this again? So do that. And then we want to look at the IP here. Well, that's interesting. That looks nothing like my old IP, right? So I'll pull it back up here. I kept it open. Don't worry. So if I compare them, they're not the same. But I want you just to submit this here. You can submit it with this next to it. It's fine. Not that big of a deal. So that starts on 192. It starts in 10. The range of these IPs is what they're called. Way sporadic. 10, if you look at a number line, 10's over here, right? Somewhere on the far, far left, and 192 is somewhere way over there yonder, like 4 blocks down the way from your house or downtown. Yeah, that's not even close, right? It's like a different zip code. I'm sure we all know what zip codes are, right? So those two are completely different. In the next unit, we're going to change it so it gets a local IP from the network you're on, so it'll treat it like a real machine. We can do more things. But that's all you got to submit for this lab. But here's a chance for extra credit. I know. I said there would be extra credit. And here's your chance. Try to figure out why they're different. Just inbox me. I have told you how we're going to change it. Yeah, that's great. Wonderful. But why are they different? How come they aren't within the same range? That's all I want you to do for extra credit. And it'll be, well, I don't know, 5 points. So it's recorded. I know it's 5 points. Don't worry. I'll apply those to either a missed, I don't know, exam question or homework you're missing. That's how I work with extra credit. It applies fairly across our whole board. So that is the last part of this lab for Unit 1. I know it's been pretty quick. It's been pretty easy. I made it simple in the beginning just so we get acclimatized to it. It's not too hard. For those of you having problems, this is where we kick in. So I'm going to stop the share because we're done with that, and I'm going to stop recording because I don't need to record. You can